Hey YouTube, it's Erin, and I am the Handbag Housewife, and I'm back again with another video. Today's video is the long-awaited unboxing of the replacement for my Chanel medium large classic flap. If you haven't watched the video where I talked about selling my Chanel medium large classic flap, I will link it down below. Sorry, I have to say that a little slow because it's a mouthful, but I will link it down below so you can go check out the first bag I got to replace that bag, because yes, I got to get 2 bags with the money that I got from selling this Chanel classic flap. The second bag is the true replacement, and that's what I have in my lap. The first bag I showed you was a fun bag, and again, if you haven't watched that video, go check it out down below. This particular bag came all the way from Hawaii. It's not quite as pretty as it was when I pulled it out of the box. I had to look before I even left the UPS parking lot, but I really didn't want to do the unboxing in my car like I've done with other bags. I wanted to try to recreate how the box looked so that I could show each one of you and do it here in my closet, which is kind of my home base for my YouTube videos. So when it came, it was pillowed perfectly in a larger box. And again, it came all the way from Hawaii. It was shipped on Wednesday and it's here on Friday, which is amazing. So the day I sold my Chanel, or the day after, I think I called the Hawaii location to see about getting one of these, and they looked and they had one in stock, but the turn lock was crooked on it by just a little bit. So they had to order me one, and then once they got it, they sent me pictures and then they shipped it to me. And the reason why I ordered it from Hawaii as opposed to another location was because when you order Dior from Hawaii, it is cheaper. So this bag was $300 cheaper than it would have been if I would have ordered it from the United States. And I got to have my local tax rate, which is even cheaper than Hawaii's local tax rate. So it was sort of a win-win. They used to charge shipping of $50 if you had an order of less than $5,000, but they've gotten rid of that. So I didn't have to pay shipping, which is awesome, because if I had bought this bag last fall, I would have had to pay shipping. When I was in Hawaii last fall, I visited the Dior boutique and I met my sales associate there. If you need a good contact at Dior in Hawaii, I can definitely share her information with you. Send me a DM or send me an email and I will get that info straight to you. It seems a bit silly to have them order a bag from the continental United States to get me the perfect one, have it shipped to Hawaii, at which point they take pictures and send them to me, and then ship it all the way from Hawaii back to the Midwest. That is what happened with this bag. So it has had a lot of traveling experience in its short life. It made it to me via UPS, and again, it was super fast. So I'm gonna go ahead and undo the ribbon. I should hold it up and do it like this. Dior has such amazing packaging. I would have loved to get this in one of the holiday packages, but they didn't have them anymore. And so here is my receipt information. And the box is super nice. I'm going to definitely keep a hold of that. So it's a little more wrinkly than it was when I opened it. I tried to preserve it as much as I could. She sent me a couple of the stars. And I have one of these already from when I got my gray Caro bag. I'm not really sure quite what to do with them. I may use them as Christmas decorations. And then they did have 3 of the holiday packages left. And they are little, but I'm probably going to see about framing them, maybe getting a little mat and framing them. I said 3, but there's 2 here. So 2 holiday packages left. Now Dior, they do quite a fancy job wrapping. So I just want to show you this tissue paper. They pleat it, and I can't like really preserve how it looks and show you very well, but they pleat each section. So I've got a section down here. I mean, it is fancy pants. It's funny because right after I ordered this bag, I saw it on Fashion File for $700 less, but I wouldn't have got the experience that I got here, and it also wouldn't have been brand new. And since this is the bag that replaces my Chanel medium large classic flap, it's probably worth it. I'm so excited. I actually just got butterflies in my stomach. I'm probably killing you guys with the suspense. So I got the black and gold Caro bag, and this is in the medium size, which is the same size as my rust colored Caro, which is about this color, and my gray, which I believe is stone gray colored Caro. And it is perfectly centered on the lock, meaning this bit goes straight up and down. That is something I've noticed you have to kind of look for when you look at the Caros, because sometimes they're just a teeny bit off kilter. And you can kind of wiggle the lock, but you want it to find its home in a straight up position. And so that's what my sales associate helped me do by ordering one. Louis Vuitton, take note. This is how you package things like straps to protect the bag. Now, I might have went ahead and also put one right around the corner here, but this leather, it's really quite durable. It's the supple leather, which is pebbled almost like caviar, but it is a natural pebble, not pressed in. So this is the natural grain of the leather, and I think that that makes this bag even more special than the classic flap, to me anyway. So there is so much wrapping inside. This is just well done. It is completely leather lined, just like the classic flap. It does have a couple of pockets. It's got this one here, and it has this zippered one right here. And I imagine that there's probably a care card on the inside here, or not a care card, but it has the authenticity paperwork inside. And I'm not going to show you that in detail because I don't want to encourage counterfeiters to be able to know how to replicate these any more than they already know. So now she's empty. This bag, I like it more than a classic flap because you don't have the second flap getting in the way. And so I'm going to go ahead and close it. You can see that the flap just rests right over the top of the bar, and then you twist the bar to close it. Now that I've got the strap out, I can show you how it hooks together. It does have some pieces of plastic on it, and I'm going to go ahead and remove those. I should peel them off in front of you. People really like doing that for some reason. But the clasp opens up by snapping it open like that. And I do have hardware protectors for this bag. Cactus Wren Creatives made them for me, and I always link them down below. They're not making them for the Dior Caro anymore, but they do make amazing protectors. So there is the strap. Now, if you want to, you can completely remove the strap, which is awesome. It is also awesome that it goes crossbody. You can see that there is a notch right there. So if you match this notch up with that notch, you can take the strap off, and then you can attach whatever Dior strap you might want to attach. And I've considered ordering one of their fabric ones because you just clip it right onto the hardware up here and there, and it gives it a sportier look. But I love, love, love the way this looks with the strap it came with, so I don't feel like I need to spend the money, at least not right now. And plus, if I got one of those straps, I would probably get it pre-loved. They're at least $700, and then I would feel like I needed them for my other two Caros, and I don't want to go down that path. Don't want to dig myself any further in the hole. Not that I'm in the hole with this bag, because again, the Chanel Classic flap covered the cost of this bag and then some. So on the back is 30 Montaigne, the address of the original store, and you can just see the quality of this bag. I mean, look at the puffiness of the quilts, the uniformity, the pattern on the leather, which is not even a pattern, it's just the natural grain of the leather. It is so freaking soft, I can't even tell you. There is a small little wrinkle right there, but I'm not worried about it. That's just, again, the natural grain. I mean, as far as this bag goes, that's the only tiny imperfection, and it's really not much of one. So I'm definitely going to put hardware protectors on this bag. I am going to try it on for you today. I don't always try the Caro bags on, but I feel like I would be remiss if I didn't. This also comes in a small size and a large size, but I feel like the medium is like chef's kiss perfect in terms of size. Here it is on my shoulder. You see how it just nestles in the curve of my hip, and you can adjust where it hits. So mine is set kind of in the middle right now. I have a lot to work with still. And then if I do want to carry it crossbody, I think that that is a really nice spot to wear it, but I could raise it up a little bit, or I could also lower it down. So that is what is so nice about this bag, and the fact that it is big enough that it holds all of my daily essentials is amazing too. So what can I say? I'm pretty darn happy about this little swap I did with one of you, basically. I sold my Chanel Classic flap to one of you, and it had always been a dream of yours to purchase a Chanel Classic flap. And you waited and waited and waited, and now you finally have one, which is amazing. And then I now have the perfect trifecta of Caro bags. This is a bag that I love, a style that I love. I know it works for me. It's not too heavy. The strap is so flexible. And I just don't worry quite as much about carrying this bag as I would a classic flap. The price tag on those classic flaps is over double what these are, at least in Hawaii. And for me to carry that much on my body just sort of scares me. I mean, I'm around kids and people and dogs, and I just worried about carrying it. So it was more of a shelf space holder than anything, even though it was absolutely stunning. I think I'll probably wear this Caro more than I wear my other two, because if I do bump it on the corners, since it's black, I can easily touch it up, which is awesome. And I'm just sitting here smelling it. It smells so good. If you like the smell of leather, when you get a Caro, if you get a Caro, you get the smell of leather with it. You'll have to let me know if you guessed right when you were trying to figure out what bag it was that I sold my Chanel Classic flap, because I do feel like some of you out there may have guessed. I know that you guessed down in the description box. And so if you were right in your guessing, let me know, because it would be interesting to see how many of you figured it out. This is the closest bag to the classic flap that I can think of out there. There may be more, but as far as the quilting goes, I mean, this is like canage instead of diamond quilting. But as far as just the general aesthetic of it, I feel like it's the closest luxury designer bag out there to the Chanel Classic flap, and it's just much more wearable. So I hope you've enjoyed this unboxing or reveal or whatever you want to call it, because I did look at it first. I had to make sure everything was okay. And if you did, please give me a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? Do it and ring the notification bell so that you are notified of future exciting content such as this. Also, go find me on Instagram. The name there is the same. It's the @ then the Handbag Housewife, all lowercase. You can DM me there, or you can email me at thehandbaghousewife@gmail.com. If I don't hear from you, I will see you again real soon. Take care and have a fabulous day. Bye.